Apparently we have another video, so I really want to watch it because that last one was darn good.
What we know is that we will end up with many more unemployed, and particularly also people in the gray economy, which are not counted for, who lose their jobs. So we will see definitively a lot of anger already now, but probably increased by the end of the year, because this crisis will be with us until we really have found a remedy. So.
Dun, 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 dun.
Da, 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 da. Literally.
Okay.
He specifically said end of the year. I try really hard to read between the lines now with these people because I don't think they're hiding their agenda anymore. They call it an agenda.
Yeah.
They put it out for the public and say, this is our agenda. End of the year is oddly specific. Not like in the near future, not in the next few years, not in the next few decades. By the end of the year, people will be A, unemployed, and B, angry.
Okay, do you, and I might not be asking the right person here, but do you know why? Because the World Economic Forum was formed in like the 70s, I think like 1974, and it kind of flew under the radar. Like this is the same guy who started the whole thing. He's a professor, Klaus Schwab. And it's Klaus. It's come to like prominence in the last like 2 or 3 years, or at least that I've been hearing about it.
Yeah.
And I think one of the reasons is because they shifted away from capitalism as a whole and moved into this like weird capitalist with environmental racism, globalization.
What is
thing.
environmental racism?
Well, no, it's environmental,
I'm sure it exists.
Racism.
Our own government thinks we have environmental racism. That's why we're going to ban gas stoves. Haven't you heard? Because it causes asthma in black children more often than white children. This is actually a thing that came out in the news yesterday. So that's the whole thing.
I saw that.
You're right, though. I think they flew under the radar long enough to change people's minds. To a point that was effective enough and on the tipping scale enough that then they could just be really open about it.
I'm wondering, though, if like there was and again, I don't know if I should be giving any grace here, but I'm wondering if there was like a point in time where they're like, hey, we're trying to kind of figure things out on a more, I don't know, ethical basis. But then several years ago, they said, oh, we can also make a gajillion dollars doing this. And then their priorities shifted. This guy, Klaus Schwab, I think I read too, has come out a lot about CEOs and everybody making a ton of money. And this dude takes $1 million a year from his global nonprofit. So
you're exactly right. The big takeaway that I think I want people to remember as we go into this week is the number of companies and powerful people and politicians that are involved in the World Economic Forum will absolutely shock you. I mean, we're not talking about backroom deals with quiet people that you've never heard of. We're talking about Jeff Bezos and Amazon. We're talking about Disney. We're talking about all of these massive corporations that really do impact your day-to-day life in the United States and around the world. And already run the world. So if these people already run the world, look at what they're seeking to transform it into and what means that they can use to make that happen. It's really scary. I hope you have a lot of fun, though.
This sounds like a really scary movie that I wish I wasn't involved in the plot.
It sounds like a movie that we've seen this plot unfold 1,000,000 times, and then we wonder how things are different. May the force be with you as you fight the empire, and make sure to be following along all things World Economic Forum on our social media this week.